Since he proclaimed himself the president on the 23rd of January this year, Juan Guaido has rallied to remove President Nicolas Maduro. Emerging from obscurity to presidency, he proves to be the biggest threat to the current president. With the backing of more than 50 nations, Juan Guaido aims to overthrow Maduro and bring back what he calls normalcy in Venezuela.
Quienes estén de acuerdo con esa elección, favor expresarlo con la señal de costumbre. Aprobado. El diputado Juan Guaido, a consideración.
The sun was coming up as Juan Guaido announced the final phase of the effort to end Maduro's disastrous rule.
Our armed forces today, brave soldiers, brave patriots, attached to the Constitution, have come to our call. We have also come to the call. We have definitely found ourselves in the streets of Venezuela. Operation Freedom, the Committee of Aid. I invite you immediately to cover the streets of Venezuela. The 1st of May began today. The definitive cessation of the usurpation began today.
This is the most serious threat Juan Guaido has posed on the Maduro regime. Standing alongside a group of soldiers and his political mentor Leopoldo Lopez, Guaido called for Operation Freedom.
The call to the few soldiers that due to persecution and harassment have not finished making the step. We are here today and we will resist today, urging those soldiers to join in this legitimate fight of all Venezuela.
Since declaring himself interim president in January, Guaido has repeatedly made overtures to the military to join him. Several hundred soldiers have defected and left the country in recent weeks, though the numbers have not been high enough to threaten Maduro's grip. But now there are signs that Venezuelan military defections may be rising, with defected soldiers urging other military members to join them.
The military officers who decided since February 22-23 to cross to the right side, well, they've always been on the side of the Constitution, wholly supporting our Commander-in-Chief, Juan Guaido, the real president people want in Venezuela.
While Guaido is recognized by more than 50 nations as Venezuela's rightful leader, Maduro still has powerful backers, notably Russia, China, Turkey and few more. The United States recognized Guaido shortly after he assumed the interim presidency and has been one of the most vocal international supporters.
Support the people of Venezuela. We're sad that they have been starved by Maduro. They've been denied food and medicine and basic humanitarian needs having been met. The United States has gotten supplies there to them. Sometimes those have been obstructed or burned. But we stand with the people of Venezuela and we stand with Juan Guaido. Maduro has to go. We've made that very clear for a number of years. The we is the President, the Vice President, the Secretary of State, Ambassador Bolton.
U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that the United States was prepared to take military action to stem the ongoing turmoil in Venezuela. Earlier in the day, Pompeo said that Maduro was on the verge of leaving Venezuela and heading to Cuba, but changed his mind. Pompeo claims that it's Russia who intervened and asked Maduro to reverse his decision.
He was ready to go. He'd made a decision that we've been urging him to make for quite some time, and then he was diverted from that action by the Russians. We hope he'll reconsider and get back on that plane. We've made it very clear. We support the National Assembly, their interim president Juan Guaido, and we're supporting the Venezuelan people in their hour where it's time to get it right.
While Maduro has denied Pompeo's claims, it remains to be seen if Juan Guaido will ultimately topple President Maduro and restore normalcy in Venezuela. Bureau Report, WION World is One.